Ready? Juggling. Or. Welcome to Bennetts, BikeSocial and Homeschooling. We hope you've enjoyed the videos so far, and from your comments we've noticed that a lot of people are now keen to get into motorcycling. So we're going to explain how you do that, what license you need and what bikes and kit are available. Age isn't really a problem. My boy started riding motorbikes when he was 3. Most motocross tracks will cater for juniors, so that's kind of 4 and upwards. Once you get a little older, your children will have to stay riding off-road. But if they want to experience tarmac, the Ron Haslam Race Schools takes on children from as young as 12, 13, 14 and upwards. At 12, you're on a 125, and then at 14, you can go to larger capacity bikes. How awesome is that? 12 years old at the Ron Haslam Race School. But if you want to ride on the road, there is a series of tests that you must take, which we're going to go through and try and make it really simple. Now, Honda have the Honda Motorcycle Training Centres. There are 52 of these connected to Honda dealers throughout the UK. Furthermore, if you want to go to a full licence, which costs around £500, they will give you that discount off a new model. So essentially, you get your training for free. So what training do you need and how do you start riding on the road? At 16 years old, you need your CBT. Your CBT allows you to ride up to 50cc. The training involves car park led by an instructor, the basics on how to ride a motorcycle. You can either ride a scooter, which is a twist and go, or you can ride a bike with gears. Simple. Additionally, there is an additional course you can take, which is called an AM license. And that allows you to ride your 50cc scooter or moped with a pillion and without L plates. So you've done your CBT, you're 16 years old and you've enjoyed your first year of motorcycling. Well done. Now at 17 you can progress onto an A1 license, which allows you up to a 125 with 11 kilowatts of power. There's a huge range of bikes available in this class with gears or twist and go scooters. Your choice. Then at 19 you can progress again to an A2 license. An A2 license allows you to ride a bike up to 47 horsepower, like Honda's 500X. You can also restrict bikes of larger capacity down to 47 horsepower. But sorry, there are limitations on this on power to weight and the maximum power of that bike when it's produced. So for example, unfortunately, we can't restrict a Fireblade down to 47 horsepower. But a bike like Honda's NC700, which is more than 47 horsepower standard, can be restricted down to 47 horsepower. From 19 years old to 24, you're restricted to an A2 license, which is your 47 horsepower limit. However, at 21, if you've had an A2 license for a few years, you can progress to a full license, which is an A license. On an A license, you can ride what you want. If you haven't been riding a bike whilst you've had your A2 license, then you have to wait until you're 24 for a full bike license. If you're above 24, you can just skip all this and do your direct access, which is essentially 1 week of intensive training at the Honda school, and you will have a full license by the end of it. So to summarise, at 16 years old, you need to do your CBT, and this allows you to ride up to 50cc. And if you want to take a pillion and get rid of your L plates, there is an additional course you can take, which is called an AM license. And that means you can remove your L plates and take a pillion. At 17, we progress to the A1. This allows you to ride up to a 125 with 11 kilowatts of power. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Gets a little bit more complicated at A2, but I'll keep it simple. At 19, we can go to an A2 license. This is bikes with 47 horsepower, with a minimum of 395cc. However, this law looks like it is likely to change, and the minimum capacity is looking likely to drop down to 249cc or 250. So between 19 and 24 years old, A2 licence, 47 horsepower. We can restrict larger capacity bikes down to that, but not bikes like Honda's Fireblade. It has to be under 94 horsepower from standard. And there are also specific power to weight ratio rules. If you're really keen and you want to ride bikes as soon as possible, then you can stay with your A2 licence between 19 and 24, and as long as you've been riding for 2 years, you can progress to a full licence once you've passed the course. Alternatively, if you're over 24, get to the Honda motorcycling school at one of the many Honda dealers, do your direct access, and you can go from a virgin motorcyclist to a full licence holder in around about a week. Welcome to motorcycling. Now let's look at what bikes are available and what kit you need. You have adventure bikes, you have cruisers, sports bikes, naked, scooters. There is a massive genre of motorcycles out there. Your best bet is to think what you want from your motorcycle rather than picking the bike first. So make a list of what you're going to do on this motorcycle. If you're just going to do track days and sports bike riding, it's pretty obvious you want a sports bike. If you're going to go commuting, then you may want something like Honda's 500X. If you want to go on big long journeys, you're going to need a tourer. If you're into the custom scene and the looks and you want to personalise the bike, you may want a cruiser or a custom. Make a list of what you want from your bike and then find the bike that matches that list. Don't buy the bike and then try and make that bike do what you want it to do. Do it the other way around. Top tip. Next, we need to look at kit. Often overlooked. Again, make a list of what you want from your bike and what you're doing. If you're occasionally riding on a weekend, only in summer, then you need some protective jeans, a nice jacket, a helmet, gloves and boots. If you're riding all winter and you intend to do lots of commuting early in the morning in terrible conditions, then obviously you're going to need good Cordura, good winter kit. If you're unsure, ask your dealer. They're trained to give you guidance. They will teach you and guide you in what you want. But again, this is the best way of doing it, is make a good, strong list of what you're doing with your bike and then match the kit to that. Don't rush out and buy the kit and try and force that to do what you want with the bike. So many times I'll see people in full race leathers riding a tourer in the middle of Europe when really you don't need race leathers for that. Or vice versa, they're in a leather jacket with an open face helmet on a sports bike. So find the bike you want by meeting your criteria and then do exactly the same with your kit. If you're unsure, speak to your local dealer. They'll be more than willing to help you.